From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine. Defence Minister David McGuinty's office says Ottawa is weighing all the options for boosting pay for Canadian Armed Forces members. Some of the options include retention bonuses for stress trades and hiking starting compensation pay rates. Former Ombudsman for the Department of National Defence, Gary Walburn, says the government is not being clear with how it intends to boost the pay.
Well, I think we've got to go back and find out what the 20% pay increase actually means. Is it to the wage envelope or is it to benefits? How's it going to work? So that's what I find the communication we've seen so far has been vague at best.
Experts say the government has a range of options in front of it for how it could roll out a pay boost to the complex compensation structure within the military. Southern and Eastern Ontario are set to be hit with dangerously hot temperatures for at least the next few days. Environment Canada issued its first significant heat warning of the season today, saying hot and humid conditions will begin in the province's far south, including Windsor, and will likely continue until Wednesday. Daytime highs are forecast to hit 31 to 36 degrees, with the humidex making it feel more like 40 to 50 degrees. People are encouraged to stay hydrated by drinking water before they're thirsty and to watch for early signs of heat exhaustion. Provincial police say 4 people are unaccounted for after a helicopter crash in northeastern Quebec. Here's Canadian Press reporter Lisa Laporte.
Police say the Air Medic-operated aircraft went down last night near Natashquan, more than 1,000 kilometers northeast of Montreal. They say 5 people were on board at the time of the crash, noting one woman was rescued afterward, reportedly suffering from non-life-threatening injuries.
Police say they're combing through a wooded area in the region today. For the second year in a row, organizers of Montreal's Canada Day Parade say it will not go ahead. Chief Organizer Nicholas Cowan says the reason for this year's cancellation includes potential municipal worker job action, difficult relations with city departments, and planning problems. It's the second consecutive year Montreal won't have a parade, an event that began in 1977. Other activities will go ahead in the city, including an annual event at Montreal's Old Port. And as U.S. President Donald Trump's trade war continues, it would appear as though Canadians aren't the only ones that have been changing their trips to the United States.
Graham Turner heads up the Flight Centre travel agency, not just in Australia, but also across the United States.
It is a worry.
He says Canadians have reduced their travel across the border, but now he sees startling new figures showing Australians have also stopped travelling to the US, citing the president's border control issues.
It's very hard to see how this is going to play out, and I suspect that Donald Trump doesn't even know.
And he says it's costing the US tourist industry. Scott Mayman, ABC News, Canberra, Australia.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays turned a 7-1 loss on Friday into a 7-1 win today against the Chicago White Sox. Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. each homered in the win for the Jays. They play the White Sox again tomorrow to conclude the series. In CFL action, the Calgary Stampeders are taking on the Ottawa Red Blacks. Calgary entered the game with a 2-0 record. The Red Blacks came into the matchup with an 0-2 record and will have to try for their first win of the season without injured star quarterback Drew Brown. In the NBA, it was another off day as the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City Thunder rest up ahead of a title-clinching Game 7 tomorrow in Oklahoma City. The Pacers tied up the series on Thursday with a 108-91 win over the Thunder to force the winner-takes-all game. Tip-off is 8 p.m. Eastern. And in AHL action, the Abbotsford Canucks can win their first ever Calder Cup tonight with a win over the Charlotte Checkers. From the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.